Hi everyone, Tom here from Front-End Beginners. In this video, we'll look at how to select the first X number of elements in a group, for example, the first 3, 4, or 5 elements. I've got a basic unordered list here containing 5 list items. As you can see in the browser, these are currently all styled as plain black. Using the CSS nth-child pseudo selector, I want to target the first 3 items in my list and give them some unique styling. nth-child allows you to target individual or multiple items in a group of like elements. By this, I mean that it will only work on elements that are of the same type, such as the list items or li elements in my group here. To use the nth-child selector, you first need to tell it which elements you want to affect. In this case, it's the list items inside my unordered list in the main section of my document. So in my CSS, I'm going to target main ul li. Next, I'll enter a colon and nth-child and a pair of parentheses. Inside the parentheses, nth-child accepts either a single value or an algebraic expression. If we were simply to put the number 3 inside the parentheses, for example, we target only the third element in our group. So if I put a 3 inside my parentheses and then open my curly brackets and give this some unique styling that will make it stand out from the others, just for the sake of this example. So I'll use color red. If we preview this in the browser, we can see that the third list item in my group has been affected. If we go back and change this to 4, the fourth item has now been affected. However, we want to target the first 3 elements in the group, which will require us to use an algebraic expression. This is where things can get a little bit confusing, but once you know the formula, you don't really need to worry too much about what's going on here. To target the first 3 elements, our expression needs to be -n plus 3, where 3 determines how many elements we want to target. Let's quickly look into how this works. We can use a value of n in our expression. N basically starts from 0 and then runs through all of the positive numbers in our group of elements. In this instance, we have 5 elements in our group, so n will include 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if we run through our expression here, -n plus 3, for each n value in our group of elements, we'll see how this is targeting only the first 3 elements. When n equals 0, our expression reads -0 plus 3, which equals 3, or the third element. When n equals 1, our expression reads -1 plus 3, which equals 2, our second element. N equals 2, -2 plus 3 equals 1, our first element. N equals 3, -3 plus 3 equals 0. So there's no match. There is no element in our list with an ID of 0. N equals 4, -4 plus 3 equals -1. So there's no match. N equals 5, -5 plus 3 equals -2. Again, no match. So when the result of our expression is a positive number, the corresponding element is targeted. When the result is 0 or a negative number, no elements are targeted. In this case, only elements 1, 2, and 3 are targeted. If we change our expression to -n plus 4, the first 4 items will now be targeted. If we change this to -n plus 2, only the first 2 items will be targeted. As you can see, the nth-child pseudo selector is a very useful way to target specific patterns of elements within a group, which can be very helpful in certain situations. While the maths may be a little confusing, if you just remember the simple formula -n plus the number of elements you want to target, for example, -n plus 3, this will work every time. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to help as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.